Hi, welcome to another edition of whatever the heck we're calling this at State. I am Beaumont Enterprise sports reporter Avi Zalen alongside
David Barry.
and
I'm Mike Graham with ETSN.FM.
so yeah, we got a new guest. We got somebody who is far more familiar with Gilmer than we are, and hopefully can provide some added insight into what we just saw. And what we did just see, actually a couple hours ago here in Arlington at AT&T Stadium, is a 35-25 victory of Gilmer over West Orange Stark in the 4A Division II state championship game. I think you guys would both agree a really exciting game, just a fun game to watch.
It was a whale of a game, yeah. I mean, the comeback and, Jack Dallas for West Orange Stark played an amazing game. So I'm excited to see how his career develops from this point.
As a sophomore, it's unbelievable the poise he had. David, talk a little bit about his...
Well, I mean, as cliche as it sounds, it really was a tale of two halves. West Orange came out, played about as well as you could possibly play in the first half. I mean, they scored the first 19 points of the game, and they were in control. They shut down anything Gilmer wanted to do on offense, and they ran the ball effectively, mixed in a little bit of pass. But even when Gilmer did score late, they scored thanks to a long pass to Chris Boyd, and then he runs it in 2 plays later. Uh, what happened at the end of the first half was huge because West Orange scores again. Gilmer gets a kickoff, gets down to, I want to say, the 26. They attempt a field goal after a couple plays. It gets tipped, I think. Deontay Thompson catches the ball in the end zone. Looks like he's about to he returned it 101 yards.
Yeah.
And it
maybe even a little more than
Yeah, I
that.
think it was 105.
Oh, really?
So it's pretty deep.
And he seemingly, it didn't seem possible that he could have outdid what he did last week. He did, but it was called back because
I think that was an illegal block in the back too. I think it was. There was some question about it being, but I think that was an illegal block in the back.
There'll be debate, but they called it a block in the back. So then West Orange went in, took a knee, went into halftime, and from there, second half was pretty much all Gilmer.
Yeah, and West Orange Stark really comes out and punches Gilmer in the mouth, which I think nobody in the press box really expected.
No.
I mean, 25-7 at halftime against really a Gilmer team that was very heavily favored. Real quick, what do you just think were some of the adjustments that Gilmer made in the second half, and what was the difference there?
I think for one, they settled down. They had never been pressed like that before. Their best game before that came against Gladewater in the regional final.
This is the least amount of points they've scored all season.
Right, and in that game, they ran into a team with now free agent Dalen Mack, since he decommitted from A&M today. But
Yeah,
that was a team that played a lot of ball control on them, just like West Orange Stark did today. And the final score in that game was. It was one possession.
Mhm.
I can't remember the absolute score
Yeah.
now. That was so long ago. But it was a one-possession game, and Chris Boyd put it in the end zone with less than a minute left. So coming out today, I think that, West Orange Stark converts all those third and fourth downs. They
Yeah.
were 7 of 9 on third down and 2 of 2 on fourth down. I think that once Gilmer got its bearings and made some adjustments, they've got a heck of a player in linebacker DeMarco Boyd, who
Mhm.
Florida State and Texas won. When they were able to move him around and do some different things, they started to chip away at that deficit on the defensive side of things.
One of the big things I was really harking on, at least in the second half, is the big difference was the West Orange Stark running game and the effectiveness of that. In the first half, we saw Trey Baldwin running over guys, doing what he needed to do to not only keep the ball moving, but to also run the clock. West Orange Stark completely dominated time of possession, and I think we found the best defense for Gilmer's offense is to keep it out of their hands.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, time of possession in the first half was 18 minutes to 5 minutes
Yeah.
approximately. I mean, it was really bad, and Gladewater couldn't do that, and West Orange Stark did, and as a consequence, goes up 25-7 at halftime.
Yeah, go ahead, Dave.
No, that was huge. And in the second half, the exact opposite. Negative 11 yards between sacks and just not being able
Mhm.
to run the ball. The Mustangs, they were held to negative 11.
Gilmore
And
starts packing the box.
yeah, head coach for West Orange, Cornell Thompson, said that they walked some linebackers up and basically dared them to run it. And the turnovers hurt. First possession of the second half, Jack Dallas tries to force the ball in there, gets intercepted, and then Gilmer goes down, scores. Bit of a special teams mistake by West Orange. Very next play, Trey Baldwin fumbles. Gilmer falls out in the end zone. 14 points in about 30 seconds or so. That was huge.
We're really a total tale of two halves, I think, here. And I mean, 28 unanswered points by Gilmer to start the third quarter, in the complete second half and starting with that third quarter. Real quick, guys, let's go to post-game interviews because I think there was some storylines there. David and I were certainly well aware of Deontay Thompson and a couple of the responses, emotional that he gave in his post.
Yeah, I asked Deontay because this is not just his last game. He graduates from West Orange. He's
done.
Yeah, he's done at West Orange. He's going to the Under Armour All-American game in January, and a few days after that, he's enrolling early at Alabama. So I asked him, how do you feel? What are the fond memories? And he said that he felt like there were none because of losing today. He felt like he let his team, community down, and I mean, he was very emotional. He didn't cry in the press conference. He held it, but after and before he did. It's one of the few times I totally thought that DT was. I thought he was wrong. I usually don't think DT's wrong, but for him to say that he let anybody down.
I mean, he said his community, his teammates, his
he
coaches,
said he let everybody down. I don't think he let anybody.
It was really tough to watch that, and nothing that he said could be further from the truth. I mean, I thought he played a fantastic game. There wasn't a whole lot more that he could control, but being a star player, he wanted to control it all, and obviously it didn't roll that way in the second half.
Right. So from the Gilmer side of things, some post-game press conference, anything that jumped out to you? I mean,
yeah, it was good to see the head coach of Gilmer, Jeff Traylor, stick up for his quarterback, McClain Carter. I think he's a really good player, and with Texas Tech and Houston out quarterbacks right now, obviously Jarrett Stidham decommitted from Tech last week, and they've got a vacancy, and then Ben Hicks today committed to SMU, where he had been committed to Houston. I hope that a guy like Carter can jump into that. He's a guy that threw 47 touchdown passes and 2 interceptions, nearly got 4,000 yards. And
today he goes 13 of 21, 239 yards, a touchdown, and no interception. So a good mistake for football.
And some 3 drops in the game too. There were some
there
pretty
were
bad drops.
That was very uncharacteristic.
It was, and to see Traylor stick up and say, I think that he's being left out because he's a left-hander, and to say that if I hold a mirror, he'll look like the quarterback that you want to be, and he's a jewel was nice. I like that a lot for a head coach that doesn't really have anything more to benefit from this player.
Gotcha. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. Obviously, a great Texas high school football season all around. Congratulations to Gilmer, of course, on winning the state title, and a perfect season for the Gilmer team. And then for West Orange Stark, really put in a position that losing 2 quarterbacks, not many people thought they would be in, and they make it all the way to state, and certainly an impressive run there. So the guys, again, thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you next season.